And hello, everybody who is here. Looks like we have a few people who are in already. And of course, Buddy wants to join in as well. How is everyone doing today? Rebecca, I see that you are in. Fantastic. Rebecca, it's good to see you again. Cranky Barista. Hey, what is going on? Pretty Faith, of course, is in. It's good to see you. Let's see. Denise is in. Hello. Outlaw Warrior. What's up, buddy? How are you? To all of my friends from Brazil, salve. I want to thank Lynn. Hey, how are you? I really do want to give just an extra shout out to all of the people from Brazil who have been watching and who have been supporting. I thank you so much. To all of you who have been from India who have been watching and supporting, I thank you so much. Anonymous, hello, how are you? Lovely 144, how are you? It is good to see everyone in. It has been forever, gang, since we have done a live. And it just needed a reason to do one and not do one just for the fact of doing one. And Outlaw Warrior, I've been doing great, sir. Thank you so much for asking. I appreciate that. Mariana, salve. Salve. Billy Bones is in the house. Billy Bones, of course, was in our Patreon live that we had right before this. For anybody who is a member of Patreon or who's a member of the YouTube subscribers, they are allowed we have a private live that we do once a month. I'll learn how to speak correctly here. Looks like we still have some more people coming in. To the past 400 people who have subscribed to my channel, thank you so much. I appreciate that. And also, guys, I want to apologize for the mess that you are seeing around me. There is a reason for it, and we're going to be talking about that later on. Mariana, thank you so much. Oh, wait, what's this? Cranky Barista. Whoops, you just moved on me. Cranky Barista says was in the hospital with a ruptured appendix for 2 weeks. Oh, good Lord. I hope you're okay right now. Are you? Let me know how you're doing. By all means, please let me know how you're doing. Really sorry to hear that, especially if anyone's ever had a ruptured appendix before. I've not had one, but from what I understand, it is one of the worst pains you could ever experience. So I'm happy to see that you are back and that you are better than ever. I'm assuming anyway. Okay, it looks like we still have some people who are coming in, and we will get this thing crack-a-lacking here pretty soon. I'm going to make an extremely loud noise. I apologize ahead of time. I need to take this thing off. I hurt the base of my hand right in here somehow or another. I don't know how I did it, but that will be a future doctor appointment for me. We have Oklahoma in the house. Tamberly, great to see you. Thank you so much for popping in. And we have Kauai in the house, aka Canada. Good to see you back. And this is one thing that I absolutely love about the folks who are involved in this channel and in the groups, is that there's a lot of support for one another. As proof here, support for Cranky and everything that she has just recently gone through. So I really do appreciate everybody for your support of one another within this group. I think we have a great community. It's a smaller community compared to some of the others that are out there, but I think the people that we have here are phenomenal. I think they are supportive, and I would much rather have that over, a million random subscribers. Don't get me wrong, I wouldn't sneeze at 1 million subscribers, but I'd much rather have the closeness and the support of everyone. So, looks like we still have some more. We got Rebecca in the house. And we've got Gamer. What's going on, Gamer? And we have a really nice support from Cranky Barista. I think, and I think I've mentioned this before, that I think that is probably one of the absolute best screen names that I have ever seen, because I imagine that most baristas probably are cranky on the inside, because I can just imagine the type of people they have to deal with on a day-to-day basis. And definitely hats off to you if you are in that particular field. So we got a little bit of glare going on here. I need to adjust this just a hair. Okay, so how is everyone doing this evening? I hope well. And for those of you who are watching this later on, again, I apologize about the pauses that I take in between, because I'm reading the messages that are coming in. So Pretty Faith pops in and she says that her daughter was one for a few years. So if anyone, and frankly, it goes for anybody who's worked in any type of customer service field, it's it's man, I'll tell you what, I don't miss it. You truly have to have a love for that. Whoa, what's this? What's this? A big, huge congratulations. Canada graduated with her college certificate. Fantastic. That is awesome. Congratulations to you. Absolutely. Congratulations on that. Yeah. And Gamer55 is saying that, yeah, it's been a little while since we've done a live, and it has been. It really has been. I know that there are people who do lives quite often. I enjoy the lives. I enjoy interacting with you. I just feel that there needs to be a reason to have one of the lives. And with the Patreon and the YouTube memberships, we have a live every month. But to do just a broad spectrum live, I really do feel like there needs to be a reason for it. And I think tonight we're going to have a pretty good reason, because, before I get into that, let's see, Canada is saying, thanks to everyone going for your associates. That is fantastic. What is it going to be your major, do you think? And hello, Gogo. Hello from Indiana. Indiana is in the house. Casey Lynn, what is going on? And definitely anybody who pursues education, I don't care what it is. I don't care if it's a vocational school or if you're going to college, whatever it may be. I fully support that. I'll tell you, the best feeling I ever had was when I earned my first degree, my bachelor's degree. It was the best feeling ever, because it's just such a sense of accomplishment. After I got my master's degree, I just couldn't wait for it to be done and over with. I was over it. Okay, automotive tech. Cool. All right. Fantastic. Very, very cool. Congratulations on that. Definitely my best to you on that. You got this, a home elbow cough. Mariana. Yeah, you're definitely, I mean, that's going to be a skill that's always going to be in need. And so definitely a good choice on that, especially if it's something that you enjoy doing. or if you at least think you would enjoy doing it, then fantastic. And of course, we have Raphael, who comes in and has to add a twist to everything. And unfortunately, Raphael, it's a shame that that was only a one-time thing. I know that you will be able to go to the bathroom by yourself again at some point. Perhaps after you stop needing the training pants, but I've got faith in you, buddy. And we have Gina Miller in the house. Gina, fantastic. It's great to see you. She's saying that her husband, Planet, is home. Planet is a musician, and he was just out of sorts for a little bit in the hospital, but now he's back home. So I'm happy to see that and hear about that. They are fantastic people. If you don't know Gina and her husband, they are phenomenal. Oh, and what's this? We have Denise. You're a big kid now. Yay. So they have pull-ups now. See, Raphael, there's full support for you, my friend, that, hey, where there's a will, there's a way. I also want to give a shout out to Amitav Tech Paranormal, who has really become a good friend over the past year. If you've not checked out her channel, then please do. And also Shams. I know a lot of you know who Shams is, also from Brazil. She teased me recently on Instagram. And so love definitely to both of them. Okay, so Gina is saying your videos really help Planet. Okay, so Gina, first off, thank you so much for that. What Gina is talking about is something that I've not really advertised, I've not really put out there, but I've been kind of getting into the ASMR field, just kind of tiptoeing into it. One of our moderators, Purdy Faith, had actually suggested that I get into that, and so I've been toying around with it. And so Gina's husband has been listening, I guess, to some of my recordings, and happy to hear that they have been relaxing and helping out. So oh, and Mariana is saying bye, or she's repeating, is it Backstreet Boys? Mariana, it was wonderful to have you here. Thank you so much. All right, guys. So tonight is going to be a fairly interesting night. I've been wanting to get back into doing a live on YouTube for quite some time, and I couldn't think of what would be a good reason to do a live, and it dawned on me. Oh wait, what's this? Okay, so Cranky Barista, say hi to Sal for us, Phil. I will definitely say hi to Sal. I am not quite sure if Sal will stay around. We'll have to see about that. It is it's a lot of work to deal with Sal, Saving Ghost, the ASMR, my own business. And so we'll have to see, but I will definitely let Sal know that you said hi. So what we're going to be doing tonight, guys, I'm going to give you a few updates, but I'm going to answer some questions, and I'm going to get into the actual session for tonight. So Denise is asking if I do a meditation before sessions. A lot of times I do. I don't do it every single time because there's sometimes I'm just motivated to go ahead and start doing the session. But a lot of times I will do a meditation. What I will do every single session, though, is a prayer. I make sure that I say a prayer for thanks and for protection. And so that is something that happens every single session. But meditation is something that I will do on a regular basis. At some point every day, I do some form of meditation, and I highly recommend it. And that's something that we can definitely go over. Everybody has their own way and their own methods of doing meditation. I have mine that I learned from when I used to do Jivamukti yoga. I did that for about 6 years, and it's phenomenal. So I do recommend that, people do it. Okay, so GoGo Vans says she has a question. Do you ever bless your house when you get back from extremely haunted site, or if you've ever had a spirit follow you home? Yes, yes, and yes. I do a blessing probably about once a month. Depending on what has happened, I will do it bi-weekly, but usually once a month I'll go through and I'll do a blessing. Sometimes I will just randomly go through and say prayers throughout the house. And yes, I have had spirits follow me home. The first time that I knowingly had one follow me was after we got done investigating the Mob Museum in Las Vegas. Did the session, and I believe I forgot to close out the session because I was so involved with organizing what was going on and filming and talking to the staff that I just forgot to close everything out. So by the time I got back home and I relaxed and I went to bed, I heard a woman clear as day say, "I'm ready to talk." And it kind of jolted me a little bit. And I said, well, this is my private space right now. I will open up communication later on, but I please respect my private space. Please do not follow me. Please do not attach, so forth and so on. And I haven't had any issues with that particular presence since. When I came back home from the Trans-Allegheny Lunatic Asylum, I was coming out of the kitchen into the living room, and I felt a very distinct presence. You know how if you're asleep, you can feel someone walk into the room, or if you're watching TV and you can feel someone walk in behind you? That's what I felt. I felt there was someone off to my right. So I turned on my K2, and I know that Amitov, I love you, but I know you hate the K2 meter. So I turned on the K2 and I set it on the table, and I asked, is there anybody here with me? And it started to respond. My rule with the K2 is if the answer is yes, light once. If the answer is no, light twice. So I had a session with the K2, and I specifically asked, did you come here from the Trans-Allegheny Hospital? And it said yes. And I asked if you need help. It said yes. So I said a prayer, asking for love and light, asked for Archangel Michael. I did a smudging, and then asked that, again, no one please attach to me, nobody please follow me, and wish them well on their way. And I haven't had any issues from then since. Luckily, knock on wood, I haven't had too many issues with anything following me as far as I am aware of. When I was younger, I had a lot of issues with that because there was just stuff around me all the time, almost to the point to where it was getting close to oppression. And anybody who knows about, infestation, oppression, possession, it can be a nasty, nasty thing. And but that was when I was a lot younger. Let's see, what else do we have here? Let's see. Okay, so Cranky is saying that have issues too, always get dizzy and have a hard time grounding myself. Dizziness, there's a lot of different reasons as to why a person would get dizzy. Of course, there's atmospheric reasons, there's diet and sleep reasons, but there's also a theory that if there is spirit around you because of that energy, that can also cause dizziness as well. I felt that quite a bit actually at the Trans-Allegheny Lunatic Asylum. Gamer is saying that the Titanic video was actually really good, and I thank you for that as well. The Titanic one was one that I've been wanting to do for quite some time. We have a viewer who goes by the name Titanic Ann, and I had promised her many, many, many times that I would do a session on the Titanic, and finally was in a position to do it. And I think it went very, very well. Okay, so Denise is also talking about sleep paralysis. Okay, now I used to suffer from sleep paralysis as a kid, and it was growing up for me was. I mean, it wasn't horrible, but it wasn't great either. Sleep paralysis is something that happened on a regular basis. That can be attributed to stress, to anxiety, to trauma. It's also um, the confusion in the brain sometimes. See, when we go to sleep, there's a part of our brain that shuts down that restricts movement so that we don't move around or lash out or respond to our dreams while we're having them. But sometimes, and this is one theory that with sleep paralysis, we kind of exit out of theta stage of sleep. We start waking up a little bit, but our other part of our brain is still in that paralysis mode so that we don't flurry around. So we're kind of stuck in between sleep modes, and it's just an odd, terrifying sensation. So Anonymous is asking if I've contacted Natalie Holloway. No, I have not. Not as of yet. You'll actually find out, guys, that I usually take quite a bit of time to contact someone. I know that there are those out there who, the moment they hear of someone who has passed, they get right on that bandwagon and they start doing the session. There is a belief among the YouTube community that the best time to reach a spirit is within 3 days. Now, the Jewish faith believes that the spirit hangs around for about 3 days to say their goodbyes and mend anything that they have to mend, and before they pass on. So if they do hang around for 3 days, I personally don't think that's the best time to contact them, because obviously they have other things that they're wanting to do. And to me, they're still trying to come to terms with their own body dying. So I tend to wait after a while. And Denise is saying that she liked the Anne Boleyn sessions. Thank you so much for that, Denise. I have an absolute love of Tudor history, and anything from 12th century up to about 16th century history. I just absolutely love. I'm not an expert at it. I just happen to like it. There is, I can see in the comments here that many of you are still talking about meditations and visualizations. And I can, if you guys want, I can always put one on the channel if you like, or if you want, I can actually, what I should do is probably link it to the my ASMR channel. And if you guys want, I can put that link up. I didn't want to seem like I was like trying to market myself all over the place, but if you guys want, I can do that. Okay, so Denise is saying, what if you can't visualize? A lot of times what happens is when we are trying to get into that meditative state where we can visualize, we tend to start having these racing thoughts. We try to focus ourselves, and the more you try to focus about relaxing your mind, the busier your mind is going to get. So what we have to do is allow those thoughts to come in, acknowledge those thoughts, and then allow them to pass on. And it's going to be like that for the first couple of tries. And then you'll start to notice that the busyness in the mind will start calming down a little bit more and a little bit more and a little bit more until you can really start redirecting your focus. We have Pisces Princess. Pisces Princess has been around for quite some time, and always a pleasure to see her pop in. Thank you so much. Great to see you. Let's see. Again, I apologize if you are watching this later on. I'm reading the comments and just getting caught up with everyone. So guys, just a couple of updates. I wanted to let you know what was happening. I know that you guys knew that I was working on this device. As of right now, it's mainly just an EM pump, but I'm adding on to it. I want to show you what has come in, because ideally this is going to be tied in to the Aura box. So the next part I'm going to be adding in is a signal generator. This right here will allow me to put tones and signals into this device that I can control. Because for those of you who might know, or at least remember, I believe that it's frequency, tone, and energy that allows spirit to speak. And so this little device right here will allow that. I also have these small subwoofers. These subwoofers are what's going to be placed into the center of this device. I've already started boring out the hole. This will create the vibration that I also believe is needed on a subsonic level. Now, Spirited Debate just wrote in and asked if Sal knows that I'm doing a live video. Sal is aware of the fact that I'm doing a live video, and he's okay with it. Now, for those of you who don't know who Sal is a guy who he's a little rough around the edges, but he is a guy who takes care of the social media bullies and trolls and hate-filled speechmongers that I don't feel is appropriate for me to address on my own channel. And he's a good guy. I think he's a good guy. I think he's a likable guy. He's opinionated. he definitely has his methods of getting across what he wants to get across to those who are maybe not so nice on social media. So yeah, Sal Giglione is his name. And he's this may be a little shameless, guys, but I'm gonna do something for you. I had no plans on doing this, so so give me 1 second, gang. This is just so nuts. So okay, I'm going to share my screen with you real quick. Just real quick. All right, gang. So this is Sal. This is Sal. For those of you who don't know, and like I said, he's just a guy who is kind of fed up with the YouTube bullies and the social media bullies, and he just tries to create justice isn't the right phrase, but he does try to stand up for those who are being bullied. So, and my friend Mikhail is in. Hello, bonjour, Mikhail. It's so great to see you, my friend. Always good to see you. Okay, so Quasi Gamer is saying, do I believe that UFOs are ghosts? No, not necessarily. I do believe that, let me rephrase this. I have a hard time believing that out of all of the stars in the universe, in all the galaxies that are out there, I have a hard time believing that we are the only ones with intelligent life. But that's just me. So Cranky is saying, imagine a streetwise Italian rat with a heart of gold. Thank you. Outlaw Warrior sounds like an everyday person around where I live in South Philly. That is awesome. And Mikhail, thank you so much, my friend. Thank you so much. And Mikhail, if you would like, send me a link to your group, okay? And of course, Gina is saying, "Don't get me started on aliens." Gina is a huge. She's nuts over aliens. So I do believe there are different levels of spirits. I think there's different classifications of spirits. I know that when we start talking about paranormal, that encompasses a lot of different things, from Bigfoot to Loch Ness monster to, of course, ghosts. And my goal at first was to prove that ghosts are real. Now my goal has slightly changed, to more as to proof that our consciousness exists after the body dies. And to do that takes resources. And slowly, we are getting there with that. Okay, so what do we have here? Let's say the guy who released information on the recent UFO sightings said his superior told him to read the Bible because they are demons. Guys, that is something, and that's something that I'm going to address tonight in the actual session that we do. A lot of people, they believe that what we are talking to or what we are dealing with are demons. I don't think that's always the case. I do think it's always a possibility. See, in the Patreon live that we did today, the private live, I mentioned to the group that I feel that anytime we open up a session, I don't care if it's with a ghost box or what, but anytime we open up a session, it's like opening the doors to a convenience store. You can ask for someone specific to come through, but it doesn't mean you're going to get them. Anybody or anything can come in. So there is a danger with that. So can demons come in? Absolutely. Can angels come in? Absolutely. Can lost come in? Absolutely. So it's just you never know who you're going to get. And so I kind of shy away whenever I hear someone say that this is definitely who or what you were talking to, because we don't know. We don't know. We truly don't know. And so Cranky is saying that she thinks that people turn to religion when they are scared of what they don't understand. Religion has a big part to play with this. And like anything out there, I believe that there is a positive side, and I think there's a negative side. I think there's definitely a positive side to religion if it helps give you focus and a goal in your life. I think the negative side comes in if we cannot open up our minds to at least the possibilities. And now I don't necessarily want to get into a theological debate, because everybody has their own view of what they believe faith is. And there are so many different religions out there, guys, that it's almost scary to get into. I have my faith. I know a lot of you have your own faith. And, I've made it very, very open, and I've been very open and honest about my background that, yeah, I grew up in a Christian-based faith, but I started to walk away from the organized religion just because I had questions that they weren't answering for me. And I think that there's a lot of misinterpretations of the Bible. I think we have to understand that when the Bible was written, it was between 80 to 100 years after Christ's death. And a lot of the stories in the Bible, I believe, are parables that were meant to teach. Because remember, back in that time, a lot of people didn't know how to write. They didn't know how to read. And so education was passed on through stories. And so that's just my personal belief. I'm not asking that anyone agree or disagree. It's just where I kind of stand with it. Now, Cranky is saying that our fears can manifest as well. Absolutely, they can. Absolutely. See, and Quasi Gamer saying the greatest trick the devil ever pulled on man was convincing him that he doesn't exist. I think most people, especially most people in this group, believe that there is a good and that there is an evil. We believe that there is a balance in the universe. And of course, the Bible teaches that there is Satan, that there's the devil, and that the devil is here to manipulate and to be evil. But if we take a look at the Hindu faith, between Krishna and Shiva, Krishna is the god of creation, to where Shiva is the god of destruction, and they work together. And I think it's a beautiful analogy, because they work together because you can't create without destruction. And so I actually like how that is worked. Okay, so what do we have here? Let's see. To be fair, we really don't know, but from what they say through the box, it sounds like they speak through it like we do through microphones. And that is possible. Mikhail, you are good. You are good, my friend. Bon. And Gina is saying that the Hindu faith is very beautiful. It's a fantastic faith. And what a lot of people don't know, in the Western world, what a lot of people don't know is that the Hindu faith, they do believe in Jesus. They do believe that he existed. So, you know, I think there's a place for faith and religion. I also think there's a place for science. And I know that historically the two have not gone hand in hand. However, I kind of think there is a place for it. So, but again, that is just my opinion on it. And this is something that I could talk about for hours, but I don't necessarily want to bore all of you with that. Since we're kind of doing questions right now, does anybody else have any questions that you might want to throw my way before we get on to the meat of the actual live tonight? And I understand that there is a delay that's going on. So for those of you who are watching this later on, forgive me if I seem quiet, because I'm reading the comments as they are coming in. You know, guys, I think I'm going to turn this light off right here. I don't know how well that's... I don't know. Maybe I did need it. Okay, so Denise is saying, is it true that you can bring in something negative if you go to do a session with fear? I think the possibility is there, and let me explain why. It's not so much a theological reason, but more of a medical reason. Whenever we have fear of any type, our immune system goes down. If we're sad, if we are whatever, if we're fearful, our immune system goes down. So it's easier for attack within the body. So I do think it's possible. Now, with that being said, I think it is possible. I think it's okay, because Lord knows I've done it before, that you can go into a session acknowledging that there is some fear, but there is power of the mind to where you can overcome that. Some people find it with prayer. Some people find it with faith. I kind of find it with a little bit of both, as well as knowing that nothing can hurt me that I don't allow to hurt me. Let's see. Okay, so Quasi, can you try to contact Kurt Cobain? I actually did contact Kurt Cobain when I was still living in Las Vegas. It's one of my earlier videos. But yeah, I have done it, and it was actually a really decent session. Okay, so Billy Bones is saying that the glare is gone when I turn the light off. Um, Cranky barista. So you guys want the light off. Okay. Turn the light off. There we go. So Cranky barista is saying maybe ask spirits for animal friends are on the other side. I did that session as well, actually, and it was actually a fantastic session. The overall responses that I got that came in kind of seemed to me that yeah, they cross over because I had a Cocker Spaniel when I was growing up. Her name was Lady, and she lived to be about 13 years old, and she had cancer, and so we had to put her down. And so when I did that session, I asked, "Is my dog Lady here?" And you heard a voice come through saying, "Ladybug." Ladybug is what I used to call her, and so that just kind of rang true for me that they do cross over, and so I thought that was a great thing. And Mikhail is saying to work together, us to work together sometime. Mikhail, we absolutely we. Mikhail lives in France, and France is a beautiful, beautiful country. I have always wanted to visit Mont Saint Michel. If you have not seen Mont Saint Michel, it's a beautiful stronghold that during the day has dry land, but as evening comes in, the waters come in and surround the stronghold. Beautiful, beautiful place. Yeah, Ladybug, tons of positive, and it really was. That was a great session. Let's see. So Denise is saying that I've always felt an intense connection to my grandfather who passed when he was only 34. Oh, wow. I wanted to do sessions, but I'm afraid of what will come out. Well, it all depends. If you are new to ITC or contacting spirit, it's always going to be a little nerve-wracking at first going into it because you don't know what to expect. I do highly suggest starting off with a prayer. And what I do, if there's someone specific that I am asking for, I will start off with a prayer. I will meditate. I'll close my eyes. I will imagine the rooms kind of going away and that person being there, and I'll visualize that person. And after I have done that, then I will start the session. And Mikhail is saying, yes, it is true. Mont Saint Michel is beautiful. I love that place. And Canada, what is your favorite Pokemon? You know what? You might not like me after I say this. I could never get into Pokemon. I love anime, don't get me wrong, but there was just something about Pokemon I couldn't get into. Denise is saying I'm a sissy. I'll tell you, when I first started really getting into this, it was because there was so much stuff that was happening around me. I was terrified of what was going on. And I figured I can either run from this and it will just continue to follow me, or I can stand my ground and confront it. And, there were some ups and downs in the beginning there, but I think right now we all kind of have an understanding of each other. Oh, wow. Okay. Pisces, family came over from France in the 1500s. Oh, beautiful. That's fantastic. Canada is, what's your favorite? I like old school anime, like Cowboy Bebop, the old school Voltron. I'm a huge Thundercats fan, so Gogo is asking, to take a lot of energy doing sessions. There are some sessions that, have completely drained me. Gina Miller, you might recall early on when I was still living in Las Vegas, I was having like psychic headaches afterwards. It was bad, but now not so much. We're okay now. Outlaw Warrior, loved ones harder to contact, so might not want to communicate. Outlaw, I'm only speaking from my perspective. My perspective is that whenever you're doing a session, you're kind of putting a phone call out there. If they want to talk, if they are around, if they don't have something else going on, whatever it may be, then yes, they will communicate. There have been sessions that I've had that had, the Titanic session, for example, was phenomenal. I got exactly who I wanted, and more. Then there are other sessions that I had, like the Kobe Bryant session that I did not want to talk to me. It was not a good session. So it's really hit and miss. And the thing is, guys, when we pass on, when we leave this body, if it's what I believe it is, and that we are just consciousness, and if consciousness is energy, energy can be manipulated. So again, I stick to the mantra that we never know who we are talking to. I know there are bigger YouTubers out there who claim that they get whoever they want, whenever they want, every single time. Mathematically, I don't see how that is possible. But that is just me. I am not here to talk any negativity about any other YouTuber. That's not my goal. It's not what I want to do. It's just my personal belief. Let's see. What else do we have here? Canada. Love Cowboy Bebop. It's an older one, but it's a good one. Oh, Sword Online. Okay, yeah. Of course, I'm being threatened with bodily harm again. Okay, so Quasi Gamer, do you believe that souls are sent from heaven into human bodies to balance out good and evil? That's actually a really good question. I believe personally that our reason for being here is for the experience of it. I think there are certain things that we get out of life, that we get out of having the body, that we don't necessarily get in spirit form. Now, whether or not we're able to repeat that over and over again, I don't know. I would like to think, that we have that ability. Some call it reincarnation. I think that there are some who want to experience what it's like to be in prison, who want to experience what it's like to be a murderer. And I think there are those who want to experience what it's like to be a healer. So I think there's always going to be that balance. Again, it's just a theory, guys. I have no proof of that, but it's what I would like to believe. I would like to believe that when I leave this body, that there will be someone there, hopefully good, to greet me, take me to where I need to go, and then say, hey, you have options. You can go back and you can live life again. You can become a guardian. You can work with Archangel Michael. You can, you have options. That's what I would like to believe. If it's true or not, I don't know. Okay, so Pisces is seen spirit since you were 7. Redhead, never been scared. Pisces, you and I actually have a lot in common as far as the age that we started seeing spirits and getting involved in this type of world. Mikhail, spirit, my grandfather said to me, I'm here for you. I'm happy for, I love that. Beautiful, beautiful, Mikhail. I love that. Thank you. Okay, so Canada is saying, I was reading the tarot cards and I saw something bad will happen to my friend's grandma. Went to the hospital. Tarot cards, I have a belief that we kind of control our future. I think that we can, if you can visualize it in the mind, you can hold it in the hand, so to speak. And I think that we have the power to control our outcomes. I think we have the power to control the direction of our life. But that is just me. That is just my belief. I don't ask anyone else to believe that. So Tamberly, sorry. Cary Grant. Oh, love Cary Grant movies. That is a session that I can do in the future. I have a very specific session that I'm going to be doing tonight. But if you want, always contact me. You can contact me at savingghost@gmail.com, at the Saving Ghost Facebook page, or if you want to join the group, you are more than welcome to. Of course, I have a Patreon page as well. So there's multiple ways of which you can contact me. Let's see. Denise, I'm curious if there's reincarnation. What if the spirit you want to talk to has come back to Earth. Do you still connect with the spirit, the new physical body being aware? You know, it's funny. I've actually had that same thought. If they have decided to come back, um, you know, who do you then get? I think maybe that's where some of maybe not my better sessions have come in. When I reached out to King Henry VIII, I really didn't get a lot of males that came through, but I did get a lot of women who came through. So maybe it's possible that, you know, King Henry VIII, you know, reincarnated. I have noticed that when I do a session, that I don't always get direct responses. I get more dreamlike responses that are in the realm of what they want to say. For example, if I ask, have you crossed over into heaven? The answer very rarely will just simply be a yes. There will usually be a pause, maybe some noise ahead of time, but then there will be a, you know, it is sometimes possible, might be the response. And I take that as, you know, it's, you know, in case they said possible can mean yes. So that's kind of how I take that. So Canada is saying started seeing things at the age of 7 as well. Okay, Cranky is saying that, whoops. Sorry, Cranky, I went to go click on you. See, are the demon spirits in hell so you can talk to them in hell? I hear that there are different dimensions in heaven and dimensions. And demons are lower vibration on a lower level. You are absolutely on the right track with that. I do believe that there are lower level entities and higher level entities. Lower vibration, higher vibration. There is actually, let me see if I can find it. There is a scale, a vibration scale that shows what hertz a person is vibrating at depending on what they are feeling. So if you are feeling hate, anger, jealousy, that's going to be on that lower vibrational scale compared to love, happiness, joy. That's going to be on the higher portion of the vibrational scale. So, and I don't think that all lower level entities are demons. I think that sometimes you can just have a spirit that's not happy. Maybe they're stuck. Maybe they don't know they have died. You know, maybe it was a suicide. I mean, who knows? You know, it does. A lower level entity doesn't always mean demon. What do I think about the new Conjuring movies? I love those movies. I really do. In fact, I just watched another one last night. Obviously, Hollywood played a lot in those movies, but as entertainment value, I think they're great. Let's see. Dusty. Always enjoy watching others try to contact spirits. There's this one show called Ghost Adventures. Yeah, we all know Ghost Adventures. Their show, and always like the idea of talking to spirits. I'll tell you what, Ghost Adventures, they definitely had a hand in me going public with doing this. And I say this with all the respect in the world to Zach and the gang. When Ghost Adventures first started out, Zach was using a lot of intimidation. He was using a lot of anger. He was using a lot of intimidation to try to get spirits to speak. And that method didn't set well with me. I always figured you can go about it in a loving way, in a nicer way. And so that's when I started coming out with doing my stuff publicly. But yeah, Dusty, yeah, we all know Ghost Adventures very, very well. As a matter of fact, Zach and the gang, they live in my old hometown of Las Vegas. See, so Cranky is saying that she saw an episode of Dead Files where a soul haunted a shop where he killed a man. And I do think that's possible. I think that spirits can be locked to a location based on what's happened there. Kathy, what is up, Miss Kathy? Let me see here. But I do believe that I think we can make, I think this life is a lot like Las Vegas. You can make of it what you want. If you want good, if you want positivity, it is there. If you want the scum, it is there. So Canada is saying Don't you have to respect the spirits when you do a session? No, you don't have to. And there are definitely those who don't. I feel it's a safer thing to do because they're energy, so they can mess with anything. I just figure it's better to approach with honey, So Dusty is saying that she really enjoys watching Zach and has a good laugh with watching him. Kathy, weather, rain, and fun. Yeah, kind of what's going on here in PA. Cranky, friends with Aaron Goodwin. I've got a good buddy of mine who lives in Buffalo, New York, who's friends with Aaron. Aaron just seems to get along with everybody. Okay, so spiritual activity with thunderstorms. Yep, I do believe that. I do believe that. And here's the reason why, guys. Because if thermodynamics says that energy doesn't die, it just moves on, changes form, then eventually goes into entropy, then consciousness, being energy, doesn't die. If we have thunderstorms and it's creating an electrical field throughout a small portion of the earth, there's a chance that it could elevate those electromagnetic energies that we as humans give off in the form of heat, and I think could help improve communication. And actually, guys, I'm in the process right now of working on something to improve communication. Now, most of you have, I can't remember if I've gone through this already or not. I apologize. The day is kind of running together, but I'm working on this a little bit more right now. As of right now, it is just an EM pump, but I have the devices that came in to I turned it off, and now we're off, and it's dying down. But I do have the devices that came in for to create a sine wave. Because again, I think I already did show you this, guys, so I apologize. Yeah, so I'm adding more to the box, and so hopefully that will help out with communication. Raphael, our friend Raphael, has built an antenna that is ground-based. So we're going to plant that into the ground, plug it into this device, which will plug into the Aura box, and we'll see what happens. Let me see. Oh, we have Heather. Hey, Phil, this is Heather, Gina Miller's friend. I love to hear you talk. Thank you so much, Heather. I will share your videos with my friends. Heather, thank you so much. I have a few different ways which I speak. Of course, there's this. I've got my Sal that I do. Sal, oh my God, that guy. Then I have my ASMR voice. Let me see what else we have here. Okay, so Dusty is saying, how do you start doing sessions to contact spirits for new people who are interested in wanting to contact them? Dusty, you are in luck, because that is exactly what we're going to be doing tonight. I'm going to show you exactly what I do. I'm going to show you exactly how I record a session. We're going to film a session tonight for the channel because I want you guys to see exactly what I do. I want you to see the equipment that I use. I want you to see how I film a session, how I start it, how I end it. And if you guys want, I can even do a live video on how I edit the sessions, okay? But that's up to you. You just let me know. See, Quasi Gamer, see, one of my earliest memories is being inside my mother's embryo. But before that, I remember running in a forest full of trees looking for someone, and I found and touched them. I was inside my mother's womb. That is awesome. That is awesome. I like that. I like that. I like hearing things like that. That is fantastic. So I just mentioned it a little bit, guys. I was racking my brain of what we were going to do for a live. I knew I wanted to do another live, but I wasn't quite sure what that was going to be. And it dawned on me, I don't think anybody who does paranormal or who does ITC has actually done a live video showing them actually recording and filming the session. So I want to show you what that's like. I want to show you the equipment that I use. I want to show you how I go about recording it, how I film it. So if you guys want, we can actually get that started, because so many people, they will film the session, they edit it, and then of course you see the final results. And there's always questions of, well, is that real? Is that not real? Did they put it in? You will be able to go back later on, see this live, and match up with what the final edited session will be like. And, and so you will know that we're all on the up and up. Cynthia, what is shaking, bacon? Anonymous, yeah, if you're scared, don't try it. If you start warming up to the idea and you start becoming curious with it, I'll tell you what. When I started off, I just started off with knocks. Knock once for yes, twice for no. Sometimes I'd get responses, sometimes I wouldn't. But the more I worked on that, the more I meditated, I started getting stuff like the K2 meter was one of the first things that I got. And again, Amatoff Paranormal, I love you, but I know you hate the K2 meter. I love the K2 meter. Now, I will say that you will see people who will carry around the K2 meter usually like this. This raises questions for me. Why? Because the on-off button is right here. And usually K2 meters are black. And so you can easily fake a session by saying, hello, is there anybody there? If so, make this thing glow. Oh, we got a dot. Hello, is there anybody there? Oh, look at that, And if it's all black, you're not going to be able to see them pushing the button. So I painted mine, and I hold mine like this so that you know that I am not touching the button. And also no magnets on the fingers. So Pisces, you are fine. As a matter of fact, Pisces, if you want to the moderators, I'm allowing this for Pisces, Princess. Pisces, if you want to go ahead and put a link to your video or to your channel in this chat, you are more than welcome to. I am going to ask that if anybody else wants to, please ask the moderators. Okay. Okay, we're going to learn from Sensei Philip. Well, I'm going to show you my way of doing it. Cranky is saying, I don't think anyone has done it live either. I just think it's important, guys. I think it's important to do these things live, to show you what I do, to show you the equipment that I use, to show you how I go about doing a session. And, if there's ever any questions, they can always come back and, review this video. Let's see. What's this? Dusty saying, speaking of knocks, when I was staying with my aunt, I always heard knocks. And I think once I spoke to my uncle, I asked for 2 knocks and got 2 knocks. That is awesome. That's really a good way to start communicating. Now, what I will suggest, always say a prayer for protection, and always go in with a certain level of doubt that you never truly know who you are talking to. Okay. Hey, Kristen, what is going on, my dear? How are you? So, gang, real quick. Lucy, you are fine. It's good to have you back. It's good to see you here. It's been a while since I've done a live, and I miss you guys. I like talking to you. I like our interactions. I just don't always want to bother you guys with just nothing, just, hey, how you doing? What's going on? And hello from Poland. Oh, we have everybody in the house. We have Poland. We have France. We have Australia. Of course, we have the US. We have Canada. I absolutely love that, that this type of format can bring us together from all over the world. So, all right, guys. So, Are we ready to get cracking with this? You know what? You know what, gang? I'm wondering, No, I can hold it. Okay. All right, guys. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to move this camera onto a tripod, and I'm going to show you what I use. Oh, where's the Skittles? Raphael, I've had to... Oh, where is Skittles? I thought you meant the snack Skittles. Yeah, I don't know. She's not here. Lindsay, hello, hello, hello. Well, I'm happy that you made it in. Yeah, I honestly wish that I did more lives than what I do. I just don't always think they would be interesting, so I don't always do them. But I can get back into doing at least one a month for a session, or if I can get out into a location, then I'll definitely do lives for that. Don't hold it. Okay, so guys, before we started this live, I had just completed a live for the Patreon users and for those who are YouTube members. And while that was happening, I was downing one of these, and then I had some water, and then I had a smoothie. And so things are starting to percolate just a little bit. Tell you what, guys, how about, if you're okay with it, how about we take just a quick break, grab snacks, use the restroom if you need to, and then be back in like 60 seconds. Are you guys okay with that? All right, guys. So we're going to take just a quick break. I'm going to be playing the intro again. So grab your snacks, grab a drink, and we'll be back in 60 seconds. Okay, guys? And here we go. Woo! All right. Okay, and we are back. Oh, you guys hadn't heard that? Oh, that's right. I only play the small portion of it. That song is through a band called Shattered Heart, and that particular song is called Therapy Session. And you can find their music everywhere. They are distributed through a Sony affiliate. And yes, I I am wearing pants. And yeah, Raphael, you are right. I never make it in time. So yeah, so the song is by the band Shattered Heart. Here, I'll put it. Shattered Heart. And they have a Facebook page. I believe it's called Shattered Heart Music. And the song is called therapy session. All right, guys. So I'm going to move this camera right over here. I know that there's a way to connect two cameras to this particular stream. I just keep forgetting to do it, so I apologize about that, guys. Okay, so there we go. All right. Quasi's got a beer. Nice. Okay, so on a lot of YouTube videos, I'm sure you guys have seen people using lights like that right there. Okay, that light is what's called a ring light. Now, I think a lot of people misuse it. The whole idea of the ring light is to have the camera lens go through the light, and what it's supposed to do is add just a little shine to the eyes. That's really all that it is for. And so what I have done, I'll show you. So I have my camera lens aiming through the ring light, because I'm going to be sitting like right over here, well, in the chair, and I'll be looking in this direction. Now, the camera that I am using is a Canon, and frankly, it's an older model Canon, and you can get this stuff on eBay, guys. You know, I know a lot of people talk about getting big fancy equipment. You don't necessarily have to, but I'm using a Canon Rebel, actually, 550D, and on it I have, this is what's called a matte box lens shade. It helps prevent excessive light from coming into the lens. I have a field monitor on top, and what this will do is that because I'm filming myself, it allows me to see myself, and it allows me to focus myself without having someone there. And then on the side here, I have a shotgun microphone that I'm in close enough proximity that I don't have to remove it and mount it separately. I can just keep it right here on the camera. So this is the one camera setup that I am using. And of course the ring light, which will add the shine to my eyes. But then over here, I always use a secondary camera. In this particular case, I am using an older cell phone that has high definition recording on it. I have another shotgun microphone mounted to it. In fact, I need to turn this on. And what's going to happen, these two different cameras, this one is going to provide more of the close-up of me. This camera is going to provide a wider view of the session. So that's how this is going to work out. As far as lighting goes, I'm going to have, of course, this one light for the eyes. I have this light right here, which will be acting as what's known as a kicker to the side of my face so that you can actually see me. And then this light up here is what's known as a hair and rim light. So that's what's going to be getting on top of me, hair and shoulders. Now, I'm only going to be using this particular setup during the introduction phase of the session. So we're going to be doing this in steps. There's that, then we'll break, and then we'll go into the session, and that will have a different setup. So let me take a look at comments here. These pants are cool. Yeah, these are the first time I found shorts like these, I was in southern Vietnam and absolutely loved them. Is Sal ever jealous of you, Philip? No. You know what? Sal is my buddy. Sal he supports what I do. Now, guys, you know, some of you know who Sal is. You've been watching the channel. I'm debating if Sal should stay around or not. If you want me to tell Sal to keep doing videos, let me know and I'll let him know. If you think Sal needs to be put away, then let me know that as well. Okay. Okay. So Billy Bones is asking, where is the thermal camera? I'm not going to be using the thermal camera on this particular shoot. However, I do have it. Try not to step on my dog. Right here. So this is my thermal camera. Thanks to Raphael for sending this to me from Patreon. This is what it simply just plugs into your phone, and it's phenomenal. I love it. I've gotten a lot of good use out of it, and had some really good results, especially on the Elvis video. So Dusty is saying, have not been on this channel for a while, so sadly have no idea who Sal is. And I get that. That's fine. I know that Sal is not everybody's cup of tea. Here, okay, so the whole idea of Sal is that dealing in paranormal, dealing with the afterlife, it is a sensitive topic. And a lot of times you get people who write in and they're just mean with their comments. A lot of it you can just ignore and go on about your day, but there are some that just really hit home. And and I'm not the only one who gets that type of attention. There's so many people that do. And I figured, I'm a nice guy. I am. I like to think that I'm a nice guy. I'm also a fair person, and I don't like seeing people being bullied. And so that's how Sal came about. Sal is an alter ego of mine who he handles social media bullies, but in a comical way. And he's this Jersey Italian. He's got the shades on, he's got the earrings, he's got the the tan and the whole bit. So and so I just said that's the whole idea of Sal. I was bullied a lot when I was in school, and you just get to a point where you're tired of it, and you want to stand your ground. So that's the idea of Sal for those who didn't know. Okay, so back to the session. So we have the hair rim light, and then we have right over here. Again, excuse the mess, guys. We have the Aura box, and I have my tablet on top. Now I'm going to be using. I might use the Afterlight box on this one. So I have this right here, and of course the K2 meter. So let's see, what's this? See, Sal is who makes you unique and stand out from the common YouTube. Well, thank you, Quasi. I appreciate that. Chef. Okay, so guys. So Chef is saying his mom died. How can I contact her in the spirit realm? Okay, so let me let's talk about this just real quick, okay, guys? I think it's possible to at least try to reach out to anybody in the spirit world. I don't think you can always reach them. Again, we don't know who we're talking to, but if we want to try to make an attempt to someone, what I do, I'm not saying this will work for everybody, but what I do is I say a prayer. I find a quiet place. I say a prayer for protection. I quiet my mind. I close my eyes. I imagine the room that I am in going away and just being covered in pure, bright, white light. And then I imagine that person coming in, standing in front of me. And I picture every part about them, from their facial features to the clothes that they're wearing to their smell. and then I start a conversation. Usually at that point, I will feel a chill either on my left or my right hand side. And when I start feeling that energy flow, that tells me that, there is something happening around me in the spirit world. So that's how I go about it. You can try that if you like. I can't promise it will work. That's what I have suggested to other people in the past. So that's what I would do. So, all right, guys. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to get the lights turned on, and we're going to start the first half of the video. Okay. Let's see. Have you heard of an app called GhostTube? No, I have not actually. Is it? Let me see if I can find it here. Is it iOS or is it on the Play Store? There are just a handful of apps that I actually like and that I use. Usually, the Afterlight box is one of the main ones that I use. Let me see here. Oh, okay, so it's iOS. Okay, I don't have an iPhone, so that's not one that I think I would have access to. Here, I'm going to turn this on. Okay, so guys, what I'm going to do is I'm going to set the camera back so that you can get a look of the entire field of what's going on. And then we're going to start this, okay? Whoa. Sorry, guys, give me one moment here. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to make sure my lighting is okay. I'm going to make sure my framing is okay, which it's not. Okay, so. Oh, Chef, thank you so much. Chef, thank you so much. And again, you are more than welcome to contact me either on the channel or on the Facebook page, Saving Ghost Facebook page, or at savingghost@gmail.com. You're more than welcome to contact me privately, and we can definitely talk more about that. Okay, so I'm lining up my shot. The shot looks decent. Now, something else I want to tell you guys. Let's see if we can. There we go. There is a thing called frame rate that a lot of YouTubers will film at. I shoot at 24 frames for Saving Ghosts. The reason for that is because motion picture film, is shot at 24 frames a second. And it has a different look than just regular video. So that's why my videos are kind of looking the way that they are. All right, guys. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to start with the opening of the session. Take the glasses off so there's no glare. Oh, God. Now I can't see. Now I can't see. All right. Probably help if I put a card in the camera. Okay. Microphone is on. So there is a belief out there within a lot of communities that anybody who tries to speak to spirits or to ghosts are actually talking to demons, that are actually talking to lower level entities. Now, I've always believed that you never truly know who you are talking to whenever you open up a session. However, recently I did a session that made me think who or what was actually coming in. Here we go. Okay, so that was the first part of the video. Hey, Dusty, thank you so much for popping in. I appreciate that. Canada, I do that more often than you'd like to believe. If you go to I still do have coffee cups, and Teespring is the company that I go through. Okay, so what I just did was the initial opening, and then after this, there's going to be the actual opening with the song, and then we're going to get back into it. So now what I'm going to do is the the part I just did was actually the bumper. Now I'm going to be getting into the opening. And hello, everyone. Welcome back to the channel. I am Philip Page. If you've not yet subscribed, go ahead and hit that subscription button and that notification bell. And while you're at it, go ahead and pound that like. That way the YouTube gods know that you're actually paying attention to me. Recently, I did a video for actor Chadwick Boseman. As a matter of fact, it was the video that I did right before this one. This was a viewer request. And so I did the session, and personally, I feel there were some mixed reviews with it of what I feel came through. There were some very distinct messages that came through the session that I feel were of a negative nature and not something that I would normally welcome within a session. Here's an idea of what that looked like. So what I want to do in this session tonight is I want to confront any of that lower level energy that came through to see who they are, what their needs are, and to draw a line in the sand in regards to them coming into my sessions. I believe that any relationship, I don't care if it's a living relationship or if it's with spirit, that there needs to be boundaries that are set in place. And I think that's what needs to happen tonight. Okay, so here we go on with that session. All right, gang. Okay, there we are. Hey, Squirrel Nuts, what's up? Yeah, right now we're in the middle of showing everyone how I film an episode. I just did the bumper and I did the opening. Now I'm going to get into the actual session. Okay, so that was just the opening portion of it. Now we're going to get into the actual, like I said, the actual session. So what that requires is a different camera setup. So here we go with that. So I no longer need this particular light. Okay, kind of got wires crossed here. Okay, so I don't need that. This little light right here is a variable LED light, and I absolutely love it. And it's what I'm going to use to illuminate from the side the aura box. The reason I'm doing it from the side is because it just adds a little depth to it and it makes it just look a little bit better. So I will move the monster can out of the way and switch cameras around. Oh, buddy boy, I need you to go, boy. Excuse me, guy. Buddy is laying right under the right under the camera. Okay, so I have sorry guys, if it seems like I'm ignoring you right now. I honestly don't mean to be. I just I've got to switch this up a little bit. Okay, so we have that. Yeah, I believe that boundaries are extremely important. Okay, so move on to. Okay, so the cell phone camera is what is going to record the actual aura box. Actually, you know what? Bring this in closer. There we go. I'll go ahead and turn on the Aura box. Yeah, buddy, he's hanging out right now on the on the floor. Boy. Oh, I'm hooked. It's okay, guy. It's all right, boy. You know what? I'm going to move the camera over just a bit. So what's going to be happening, guys? So what's going to... Boo! So what's going to be happening is... apparently I didn't have that tightened down enough. Yep, nope, I didn't. Okay. So okay, so Chef is saying Ouija boards have a bad rep. Do they just summon evil spirits? That is, I'll tell you, that is a debate as old as time. I do not use Ouija boards. I know people who do. I know people who have had great results with them. They are not something that I necessarily mess with. I think there is something about how ancient they are, you know, and I don't know. I welcome anybody else to put your opinions in. I'm going to move that camera. Okay, and I need to move this. I can't necessarily see what I'm doing. Okay, there we go. There we go. Now I just need to check my framing again. And okay, there we go. All right. Okay, so I am happy that Raphael mentioned this. Where's the camera? Oh, forgot I moved it back there. Let me rearrange this, guys. I want to be able to see you. Okay, so this is something that comes up all the time with people who write in, that what I'm doing is against the Bible, that what I am doing is considered a form of necromancy. Now, here's the thing, guys, and I know this will open up a debate And I don't. I say this with a lot of respect to people and their faiths. Necromancy, in regards to the Bible, okay? It had to do with referencing making money on deceiving people through the form of contacting the dead. If we recall, Jesus of Nazareth spoke to the dead in front of his disciples. So again, I don't want to get into a spirited debate about this. This isn't the time for this. So that's what I'm going to say about that. What I am going to do, though, is I'm going to get on with the session. So guys, excuse me for about the next several minutes. I welcome you to listen in to the session. I'm going to be saying my prayer. I'm going to be getting involved with the session. And that's right, I did. Okay, so guys, so again, here I go. I'm going to go on with the session. I'm going to start recording. Actually, you know what? I'm not. Dear Heavenly God, I thank you for this day which you have given. I ask Archangel Michael, Archangel Raphael, Archangel Azrael, Archangel Uriel to please be here during this session. I ask that this session please be protected. I ask that heavenly angelic protectors come here and be with me during this session. I ask that my protectors be at the gateway, be at the doorway to carefully allow those spirits in. I welcome those of love and light. I welcome those of higher vibration. I welcome those of love. I welcome those of peace. I welcome those of honesty. And to you I do give thanks. Okay. Okay, so I'm going to get the app started. Okay. I'll start recording the session. Now, some of you may have seen me do this. There's a reason for it. It's so that I can sync both cameras up later on in editing. So we have in 3, 2, 1. Mark. Hello, hello. This is Philip. Is there anybody here who would like to communicate with me this evening? I welcome those of peace. I welcome those of love and light. I welcome those of heavenly high vibration. I have questions regarding the last time I tried to speak with you, or the last time I tried to speak with Spirit. When I tried to speak with you last time, you made references to that God wasn't listening to me. What was meant by that?
First there's the second.
Miss, I heard you. Thank you. I like to believe that when I speak to God, that God listens. Why would a spirit come through and tell me that God is not listening to me? There was also, what was that about the church? And it seemed as if there were many lower level entities that were trying to speak to me. Why? I believe that there is a balance in the universe, but what I welcome into my life is love, heavenly angelic peace, light, kindness, okay, I am okay, I feel like there's a split going on. I feel like there's higher vibration and lower vibration. Do you both go to sessions, or are you both here for me for some reason? Which that sounds narcissistic, not what I mean. I believe we have a choice. Yes, I have made my mistakes. But what I choose is heaven, is good, is love, is prosperity in those things. Can you give me your name, please? Those who are here. Can you tell me where you're at? Can you tell me where you come from? What are the names of my protectors? I'm looking for honest, direct responses, please. Okay, who was that just spoke? Give me your name, please. Thank you. Please know that I am hearing you. I will be able to make out what you say later on. How does... Okay, I don't know what that was. Okay. Again, I do not welcome lower level entities. In the last session that I held, it was made known that there were lower level entities trying to talk to me. That is not allowed here. I acknowledge the existence, but it is not allowed here. Okay? Do we understand one another? I'm looking for confirmation. I welcome protection from Archangel Michael. I welcome education and counsel from Archangel Raphael. Okay, I see the K2 meter going off. Is there somebody here with me? If there is, can you make it? I heard that. Thank you. If there is somebody here with me, can you please give me your name? Is there anybody here who is looking for help? Is there anybody here who is looking to pass on a message? Is what I am... I have a question. If I may ask, I have a question. There was something there. Should I continue trying to speak to spirit? Or should I stop? I come as a friend. I come with respect. I come with love and peace. I come with curiosities. Please know that I can hear you. How is it possible for you to hear me? Can you see me? I know. Did you say you were married? It's either I was very or I was married. This camera stopped recording. Sorry, guys. I'm still listening. How many can you give me a number? How many heavenly angels are here with me? Did you say 3? I thought I heard 3. I hear you coming through. Are there any messages that you want to give me specifically? When I am not talking to you, where do you go? In what plane of existence do you live? Am I right now speaking to universal? Hello? Am I now speaking to universal consciousness? Am I speaking to universal consciousness? Who am I talking to? Help me understand, please. Educate me. There was something right there. Did you say something about Christians? Did you say yes? Okay, you're speaking a little too hard. You're distorting. I can't hear you. Okay. Do you know my name? Just for confirmation that I know that I'm speaking to intelligent energy, can you say my name, please? was something there. It wasn't my name, but there was something there. Sir, can you give me your name, please? I'm looking for someone to give me their name. There was something there. Wait, did you say you're getting warmer? If you said that, what do you mean by you're getting warmer? Do you mean I'm getting closer to something? Please know that I appreciate you coming through and speaking. Who was that? Who was that just came through? I'm asking for a name, please. If I am to say the name Jesus Christ, what does that mean to you? What frequency? Okay, you're too close and you're too loud. I can't make that out. What frequency are you speaking in? Is it middle A? Almost sounded like they said uh-huh, because I've had middle A come through before. And middle A I believe is like 432 hertz. Does it anger you? Okay, I don't know what that was. Okay, guys, listen. I welcome those of love. I welcome Archangel Michael, Archangel Raphael, Azrael, and Gabriel, and Uriel to be here in this session. Anyone who's of lower level energy, I ask that you be locked out. You're not allowed in this session. You're not allowed in this home. You're not allowed to follow me. You're not allowed to attach to me. If you are a protector, if you are an angel of heaven, if you are a guide of mine, you are welcome in. Okay? Better take something. Does it bother you? Does it bother you knowing that there are people watching this? Listen, guys, my goal is not to anger. My goal is not to irritate. I do need to lay boundaries, though, of what I will allow in, what I won't. Okay? I am choosing good. I am choosing love. I am choosing light. I am choosing heaven. I am choosing higher vibration. That is my choice. That's who I welcome here. If you are lost, if you are confused, I am happy to help. If you are deceitful, if you're a prankster, I don't welcome that here. Okay? Is there anybody here looking for help? If there's anybody here looking for help, I ask Archangel Michael, Archangel Raphael to please assist with those spirits, those souls who are stuck, who need help, who need guidance, who need education. And I ask that the doorways of light and love be open to them, and that they be allowed at least the option. If you are not ready for light, if you are not ready to move on, I ask to at least try to find peace wherever you may be. Okay? Okay, I don't know who that is. All right? I don't know who that is. Okay, guys. Okay, my camera stopped recording again. Okay, and I see that there are people wanting me to ask some questions that maybe aren't so serious. I'm not going to ask those questions. I'm not going to disrespect the session or you, okay? Is there anything that you would like to say before I go? There was something that tried to come through. All right, guys. I want to thank you for your time. If you answered my questions, I want to thank you. I was just looking for clarity. Please know that I approach with respect for you. I approach with love for you. Okay? I ask, please do not stay in this home. Please do not attach to me. Please do not attach to my dog. Please do not follow me. Please do not follow my dog. I ask that you please leave this home. Please return through the doorways and the gateways in which you came. I ask Archangel Michael, Archangel Raphael, Archangel Azrael, Gabriel, Uriel, please help those spirits who need help. And please help escort the spirits.
Next being closed.
Please escort the spirits from this place, okay? I ask that the doorways and the gateways to this home be closed. Okay, I don't know what that was. That is not welcome here. The session is closed. The doorway is now closed, okay? I thank you for your time. I wish you love and I wish you peace. Okay. And I'm going to turn off this camera. Now turn off this camera. All right. And I'm going to move this out of the way so that I can actually see all of you. Oh, that's just a little obnoxious. All right, gang, here we go. So I'm going to take this camera off of this tripod. Okay, and I'm going to put it right back over here. Whoa, that's that's an obnoxious view. All right, gang. So all right, guys. So, ooh, God, that's horrible. Ugh. So, you know what? I don't like that light. Guys, forgive me. Give me one moment. I'm going to try to get my life situated here. Okay. That's a little bit better. All right. Hey, Tracy, what's up? Okay, so what is going to be happening at this point now, gang? I'm going to take the footage, put it into the computer, and then I will start editing. Any spots where there's just long pauses and nothing being said, I am going to cut those out because there's no reason for it. It's not going anywhere. It's not doing anything, you know. But what I will do is edit the video. Now, if you want, I am more than happy to let the camera roll live while I'm editing. It's a boring process, but I'm more than happy to do it. So my question is, oh Lord. Did you guys okay, there we go. Be scared, you know. Okay. So we have comments that are coming in, and Cynthia, thank you so much for the great words of encouragement. So I'm curious as to if there's anything in particular that you guys heard. A lot of times when you're listening in, you can take in more than someone who's trying to think of a question and ask. So, hey, Go Van, thank you so much. I appreciate you coming in. It's great seeing you. Hey, Anonymous. I don't know. I don't think there was anything. I hope, anyways, there wasn't anything offensive that was done. This was me trying to get an understanding of what happened in the last session that I did, and just revisiting boundaries. You know. Oh, thank you, Lindsay. You know, I used to do sessions a lot more often than what I do now. But yeah, I'm more than happy to start back into doing live sessions again. Oh, Chef, really? Tell you what, if you can tell me what her surname is, and I will listen for it when I go through the session. I mean, you don't have to tell me, but let's see. Let me see here. Okay, so those ringing sounds. Okay, so this particular app, this is the Phasmabox Odium, and it uses various frequencies, and that ringing sound is part of those frequencies. That's the only thing about this particular app that I don't really care for, is that ringing. But yeah, that's all that is. It's just frequencies that they use to help form words. There were definitely sentences that came through, very much specific words. I'll be listening to this through my headsets. I'm not going to do it tonight. I'm going to do it tomorrow. And then what will happen is next Sunday, the video will be released for those who are on Patreon or who are the private YouTube subscribers. They will get it a day early, and for viewing purposes. Let me see. They have had, in sessions that I've had in the past, they've said middle A on several occasions. And middle A, I think, is 432 hertz. And so in the Aura box, I do have frequency tied into it. And one of those frequencies is 432 hertz. So, but there are, you can use any kind of noise. You can use the shower. You can use humming noises. You can get a white, what's that? Not a white sound, but a oh, what is that? It's a white noise filter or generator. You can get those and use those. So there's just different ways that you can do it. But guys, in a nutshell, this is how I film a session. Obviously, if I'm out on location, I'm going to get what's called B-roll. And B-roll is some of the background footage that I will get to help tell the story. But whether I'm at home or I'm out on location, this is kind of how I do a session. This is the equipment that I use. This is the process that I normally go through. And then it's just the editing process. So hopefully, guys, that gives you a little bit of a better understanding of what it's like to be a content creator for YouTube, how I do my sessions, how I do my videos, and why it takes really so long to put these things together. Guys, you have been with me for almost 2.5 hours, so we'll probably wrap it up here pretty soon. Pisces is saying that it sounded like it was underwater and muffled. And there are some voices on here that do. And that's why when I go through the edit, that's why I will put on what I think I hear. If I think I hear something specific, but I'm not quite sure, I'll put a question mark at the end of it. Or if I hear part of it, but not all of it, I will put what I hear, then a dash, and then a question mark. And sometimes I slow it down so that we can all hear it a little bit better. And yeah, I'm not going to be placing orders in a session. That's not that's not going to happen. There's a certain honesty that I like to keep during a session, and I'm not gonna joke around during it. And what I can do, guys, if you want me to if you guys want me to, I can do, whenever I'm filming a session, I can do it live again if you like. I know I did that for a little while, then I backed off. Yeah, 3 is definitely it's an angel number. It's a very specific number. And so I would agree with that. And Anonymous, I agree. Not that I agree, but I thank you for your time. being here, and I'm happy that you enjoyed it. Let's see. Okay, I'll tell you what, guys. How would you guys like to? How would you guys like to maybe once a month? I could do another live session, or would you like twice a month? I don't know if twice a month would be too much, but at least once a month I can do another live, session. Yeah, okay. Yeah, I can do that. I'm more than happy to do that, guys. I just think it's only fair that, again, in the YouTube world where so many people are going for likes and they're going for subscribers and they're doing anything that they can to get those. I like doing stuff like this from time to time so that you can see what the process is. You can see what I do. And like I said, you can match this up, the edited version, later on to this live. And you can see that nothing was added in. I'll take stuff away, again, like those long pauses. But, it is what it is, guys. Cranky, I appreciate that. Thank you. And Lindsay, I will. I know that there's a way to set reminders on YouTube. I got to figure out how to do that, but I will. Okay, so Billy is saying if I can get in two, great. If not, once monthly. Okay. Well, okay, when you say with a better cam, which camera do you mean? Do you mean the live feed cam or my main camera that I was using for filming? That's actually a fresh battery that's in that camera. I think what it is that there's a setting either in the camera itself or it's a type of card that I am using. Because I've tried researching it before. I know there's a technical thing going on that I just need to figure out what it is. Oh, they did have the reminders for this one. Great. Okay, fantastic. Okay. Tracy, I appreciate you. Thank you so much. Okay, so tell you what, guys, let's plan on once a month. And you know what I'll do, because again, what I did tonight is we had the anyone who's a part of Patreon or who's part of the private YouTube group. I do a private live session for them. And then I hopped over and did this. So maybe that's what I'll start doing. Okay, yeah, this is actually a new camera, believe it or not. Yeah, it's a little pixelated. It was supposed to be HD and fantastic and all this other nonsense, but I'll agree it's really not the best live feed camera. And yeah, I looked for timers. I think it has to do with the HD card. I'm not sure. Again, I got to do more research on it. It just has not been a high priority for me, so I apologize about that, guys. All righty, gang. Hey, listen, I thank you so much for sticking with me throughout this. Well, it could be the lighting. Here, tell you what, let's do this real quick. Okay, so that is just the room lighting. So hopefully that's a little bit better. It's not ideal for a live podcast or whatever, but hey, if it gets rid of the pixelation, then gets rid of the pixelation. So, all righty, gang. Hey, listen, I want to thank you all again for coming in. Thank you for spending the last couple of hours with me. I appreciate it. As always, thank you for your, for your support. And if you want to hop into the Facebook group or, what have you, again, we've got Patreon. We get some perks out of that, or we have the live or the YouTube group as well. But well, and yeah, I would agree with you. And normally that's how I have it. But this is a specific type of session that I was doing tonight. And so all right, guys, I thank you all. You know what, Chef? I am on Twitter. I just need to take better advantage of it. I'm on Instagram. I forgot about Instagram. So there's definitely ways you can find me. And Raphael is saying, hey, put me on Sal. You know, Sal has actually been talking about doing a live, but not quite sure if he should do it. So if you guys want to see Sal live, let me know, and we can definitely work that out. And Raphael, no problem. You're good to go, man. All right, guys. And again, if you need to get a hold of me, you know how to. savingghost@gmail.com. Leave messages here, Facebook, different ways to get a hold of me. So, Tracy, you are fine, and happy early birthday, my dear. All right, guys. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. I will see you next time. Okay? Take care. Bye-bye.